Now, those of you watching this programme last night will recall that we featured the story of how British Rail are having to silence their announcer at Epsom station. Local residents, who refer to the announcer as Her Ladyship, had taken BR to court under the Control of Pollution Act, claiming that her constant news about train departures and arrivals was driving them mad. And here again is a sample of her style. Well, having heard the residents' complaints, we were unable to give the announcer, Angela Peberdy, the right of reply because, believe it or not, on her way to our central London studio, she missed her train. A shortcoming we're delighted to rectify right now as at long last Miss Peberdy joins us. Angela, good evening to you.
Hello.
First of all, your reaction to all these things they're saying about you down at Epsom.
Well, the first reaction was shock and surprise, because over the time that we have been doing computerised announcements, most of the comments from the public have been very nice, very complimentary.
Indeed, I gather Peter Cushing is a fan of yours, if the reports I read are correct.
Some time ago, when these first went online at Bromley, he wrote us some very nice letters and said he thought it was delightful and that the whole country ought to be done this way.
Nevertheless, it can't be very flattering to be the subject of a court action brought under the Control of Pollution Act.
Well, no, I think that people have got it slightly wrong. It's nothing personal directed towards me, so I'm not upset on that score. And that the family who were distressed by the sound at Epsom didn't have any personal animosity about me. They just didn't want any voice at all, whether it be male or female or foreign or whatever. They didn't want anybody in their home all day long.
And what's your reaction to this name they've given you down there, Her Ladyship?
Well, that's just very unfortunate, and I think that's rather a pity, because
Right.
we're trying to do a very straightforward English that people can understand, and I think it helps the public get about.
Now, I gather that on that front there was a rather ironical end to your day last night when you were at, was it Marylebone Station?
Yes, I eventually got home via Marylebone last night very late, and the train was cancelled. They brought another train in, and they had to do a public address system there to tell us all that the train had broken down. And nobody could understand it at all, and they were all terribly indignant. And they all jumped on the train and said, "That was terrible. Do you think we're on the right train?"
And there were you, the subject of that very subject yourself.
That's right, I kept quiet about it.
Right. Finally, for the benefit of those who did like your announcements, could we have a last rendition of your now infamous announcement?
With pleasure, yes. Epsom, this is Epsom. The train now at platform 3 is for Victoria, calling at Sutton, Carshalton, Clapham and Victoria.
Angela, I think it sounds absolutely delightful. I'm sorry, I'm sure, that a lot of people down at Epsom won't be hearing it. That's it from all of us. Good night, enjoy your evening. Join us again if you can at the same time tomorrow. Or on Monday. No, tomorrow. Yes, it's Friday.
Programmes for Thursday evening on BBC One. It's homecoming time in EastEnders at 7:30. A lonely one for Jan, but for some, the welcome is warmer.
This is where you're all hiding, is it? Thought you ran out on us.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you, darling. Hello.